Hola, 皆さん、いらっしゃいませ。今は2番セグメントが日本語を勉強します。はい、皆さん、ありがとうございます。よーし、皆さん、すみません。今は映画を話します。はい、皆さん、ありがとうございます。Oh, welcome everybody, welcome. Today we are returning to the Genkies. Yes, we're coming back to the Genkies. Why? Because I've been watching Japanese television, courtesy of Tiber. Not really courtesy, by way of Tiber, because courtesy is not. Courtesy implies sponsorship. They ain't sponsoring me. Tiber. I've been watching Japanese television on Tiber, and I found out that they don't speak formal Japanese to each other. They don't say ikimasu, they don't say tabemasu, or hanashimasu, or yomimasu, or anything with mas in it. They do not speak in mas form. So what does that mean? That means that I gotta learn formal, short form, dictionary form verbs. And that's what's going to be happening. Today, we're going to do lesson 8, do a recap of lesson 8, do the whole layout and everything, on how the verb structures work in short forms. And then starting next week, I'm going to be running through Genki's vocabulary list of verbs, and they will be all done in short form present, short form past, whatever short form is available to be made out. So that way, get used to speaking in short form, and most importantly, can help me out with my writings and my game design, because I found out that I had to do short form format when I was translating Savage Strikers, and that means I gotta redo that again with Trucker No Boken with the short forms. Oh my gosh! All right, so let's go into lesson 8 and recap and lay out and do the layout for short forms. Okay, so short forms. We got some samples here. Okay. Here's our samples. Right here. We're going to start with Yomu. Genki provided Yomu as one of the first short forms. So dictionary form will look like this here. Yomu. Oh. Yomu. So this is Yomu. This is its dictionary form. Okay. Let's note that. This is dictionary form. Dictionary form. Okay. That's Yomu. Okay. Now, if you want to do present negative, okay. So we got short form present, short form past. So we got the present negative and present affirmative. So this is the present affirmative, the dictionary form. Present negative. You know what? We can let's create a new cell for this here. Insert column to the right. Uh-oh. Hold on. Squeeze that down, and let's squeeze that over. Yeah. There we are. So let's do this then. I didn't even consider this. I didn't consider how you say the forms, the other forms. So we got short form present, we got short form past. Okay, so let's create to the right. Okay, short form present negative. Okay, short form present negative. Negative. Okay, and we're gonna have the past negative. There we go. Let's make this look proper. There we go. So we got short form present, present negative. Then we got short form past, and I believe there is short form negative. Yes. Let's see here. There we go. Short form past negative. Okay. So this will make things a little easier. Past negative. Okay. Okay. So this is all preparation. This is just recap and preparation. Because once I start going through the list of verbs in Genki, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of verbs going on in there. So gotta be ready for this. Okay. So we got yomu in its dictionary form. Okay. Okay. That's its present form. That's its dictionary form. Actually, we didn't even need that, did we? No, we didn't. No biggie. We could just delete the column because we already have the present affirmative right here, the dictionary form. Okay, and yeah, there we go. Okay, so the short form negative would be yomanai. Be yomanai. Here we are. Yomanai. Okay, here's yomanai. Let's center that so be a little bit more clear. In fact, let me just do it this way. Nice and centered. Okay. Nice little fun setup going here. Short form past. Short form past. Okay. So basically it's giving us the affirmative, present affirmative and present negative for verbs. So with regards to short forms, okay, let's push this down. Okay, this is for root verbs. Okay, for root verbs like taberu, taberu. Yeah, let's put taberu here. Whoops. Okay, for taberu. Here's taberu. Okay, here's the root form. Let's underline that. Okay, you would subtract that. Oh, here we go. We could do that. Perfect. Taberu. All right, and we would subtract minus. Nope. We could find a better minus. How's this one? Here we go. We subtract ru. Then we add nai plus 9. So that would become tabe 9. Okay. Tabe 9. It will become tabe 9. All right. Bold that. Okay. Then with u verbs, let's see here. Kaku. Okay, so there's two things about u verbs. Okay, if if a verb has the u character, then it will have one I, while those that don't have the u ending will just have will have the will have the u dropped and placed with anai. I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you. It's very simple. Well, to an extent. Okay, so we have kaku. So here's kaku. Okay, kaku. Okay. We subtract the u. Subtract the u in kaku. Okay. And it becomes kakanai. Then we add anai. Okay, plus anai. Alright. And it becomes kakanai. Kakanai. Here you go. Kakanai. And this is what it looks like in English. I'll put this, let me put the English characters up. Okay. So you can see how this looks here. Okay. So we have, hold it. Oh, it's bold. There we go. Let me remove the bold. Okay. So here's a sample. This is what it looks like in English, so you can understand what I'm saying. Here is kaku. Okay. Here's kaku. Let's remove that. Okay, here's the u. Alright. Let me there we go. So there's the u. So we're gonna subtract the u. Okay, in kaku. Then then we're going to add anai. Gonna add anai. Ignore that. So there's anai. And that will equal kakanai. All right. There we go. Okay. So that's what it looks like if you see it in English. All right. You take kaku, which is what this is. You drop the u in kaku, and then you replace it with anai, and you get kakanai. That's how it looks like. That's how it looks like. Now, if it's now if it has an ending like au, here's another sample. Okay, here's au. Excuse me. Okay, here's au. Okay, au. Okay, Then we're going to subtract u. So no matter what, you're always dropping u and replace with u. It's just that there's two distinct circumstances here. There's two distinct circumstances here. Here we have au, and then we have kaku. When you have something like this, where the character ends with ku or mu or ru and so on, you're gonna be dropping the u, but you're not dropping the whole character. You're kind of like replacing the u part of the character and then putting a nai on it. But with this one here, in this instance, you have the whole character u and au. So what you're really going to be doing is this one nai. I'm going to be replacing it with one nai, which then gives us awanai. Awanai. Just like that. There we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like in English. Okay, here is au. Okay, here's au. Let's underline the u in au. Ignore all that. Okay, au. Then we're going to subtract the u. Okay. And then we're going to add wanai. Add wanai. And then that's going to equal awanai. There we go. Awanai. Alright, let me remove this and this. Wanai. So that's what it's gonna look like. Okay. That's how it's gonna look like. So let me just do the same thing here for taberu. Okay. These dictionary forms is gonna be it's gonna be a tough one. Here we go. Taberu. Taberu. Okay. And we're gonna be looking to drop the ru form. Taberu. Okay. Drop the whole thing. And just replace it with nai. It becomes tabe nai. There we go. There you go. Look at that. Look how fast that was. Okay. So, where is this at? I just want to ignore all. There we go. Okay. All right. So far, with ru verbs, you take taberu, you subtract the ru, then you add nai, and you get tabenai. Okay. With u verbs, first and foremost, if a verb ends with any character like this, ku, mu, uru, so on, you're just gonna drop the ru, but not the verb that goes with the character. So this is ku, so you don't drop the k with the u, as in ku. You're just dropping the u and you're leaving behind the k. So you have kak, k-a-k, and you drop the u and you replace it with a nai. You're gonna replace it with a nai, and it becomes kakanai. Kakanai. So you're dropping the u in kaku and replacing it with anai to make it kakanai. However, if u verbs end with the u character, like in the case of au here, you have the u character, you just drop the whole u, but you're going to put wanai as opposed to anai. You're going to put wanai, as you see here, and it becomes awanai. Just like that. Awanai. So, okay. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see, and that's yeah. This is all present negative we're dealing with here. Just creating a nice little table here. For it. Let's see. And then of course we have the irregular verbs, which is suru and kuru. Let's see here. Let me cut this out from here because I wanted to put it in here. There we go. I don't know. That looks weird, doesn't it? It's alright. Well, yeah. Actually, that's a good idea. There we go. Okay. There we go. So that way we can have references here. Let me push these down. Okay. And let me just change this up here. Reference. Let's pull that up. And let's just put reference. There we go. Because then once we begin the actual process, we'll be starting on section 2. But we want to make sure that that we got the present negative correct, listed out. So that way, as we work down the chart, we can always go back up to here without having to flip through the pages here. Okay, so with irregular verbs, we got suru and let's scroll down here. All right, suru. Suru and kuru. And kuru. So what's gonna end up happening here? Okay. So in this instance here, we're going to be subtracting. Let's see here. We're going to be subtracting uru minus uru, and then we're going to add shinai, hinai. I have no way of writing that out. Well, you'll see. Shinai. So you can get an idea of there we go. Shinai. So it'll just become shinai. Say it's very tricky, but here's how it'll look like. Copy that. Paste. Okay. So in English text, here is suru. Okay. We're going to subtract uru. There we go. There we go. We're going to subtract uru from suru. And then we're going to add hinai. We're going to add hinai. And then it becomes shinai. Shinai. There we go. And it becomes shinai. That's what it looks like. If you want, that nice little shortcut, you're just replacing uru with hinai. There's no such thing as hinai, like that. But the point is that you're replacing it like that. Okay. So kuru is a similar pattern. Yeah, let's okay. So kuru. Oh, sorry. Here we go. So here's kuru. Okay. So again, similar. Kuru, placing uru. This one's a little easier. This one's a little easier because you're gonna add onai. Onai. And that becomes konai. There you go. Konai. Okay. So let's copy that and paste. Okay. So here is kuru. You drop the uru. You add onai, and then you get konai. And then you get konai. There we go. Ignore all. Let's clear out the Microsoft's wish for things. So yeah, with kuru, you just drop uru again, and then you replace it with onai, and you get konai. You get konai, and which is a change of vowels, and of course then we got the exception, which is aru. Let's note that the exception. Oh, now decides to not be red. Here we go. The exception is aru. Unfortunately, there's no trick to aru. Unfortunately, it's just gonna become nai. That's it. Just nai. That's all aru will do. Okay. So that's the short form present negative. That's present negative. Where's the past negative? Uh-oh. Is that in oh, that's a later chapter, huh? Oh. That would make sense. Lesson 9. Past tense short forms. Lesson 9. So here's the short form past tense. Okay. So this is so that's how this whole thing works on the present side. For present negative. Okay. Dictionary forms would be like yomu and iku. Just and taberu. You know what? That's a good idea. Taberu. So those are two samples. Uverb, ruverb. Let's see here. Let me just make, because again, this is a reference. So let's make a point of reference. There we go. Of what we're tackling here. This is ruverb. And this is uverb. Okay, that's what we're gonna be dealing with. Uverbs and ruverbs. This is present tense, so past forms. So the dictionary form is the present form, and this is the present negative. So the past form would be ta. So this is what it will look like. Okay. Let's see here. We got the negative form and the past form. Is that? There's got to be more to that. This chapter, really? Huh. Replace the te form endings with te and da with ta and da. Okay. Wow, that's actually very interesting. Actually, it is very interesting. Where the present forms would take, ru and mu. The short forms actually take the te forms of verbs like tabete and yonde. So you replace it with ta and da. Gotcha. Okay. So, I thought they don't have aru and suru, do they? Huh. I'm surprised it's not in here. Okay. And then this here is adjectives and nouns. Alright. So, no problem. So here's taberu. Okay. Taberu. Here is tabete. Here's tabete. Okay. Tabete. Oh. Sorry. I meant to do this. I wanted the arrow. It's very straightforward, quite honestly. Tapete. Let's see here. You subtract. You subtract the te, and then you replace it with ta, and it equals tabeta. Oh, hold on. Tabeta. There we go. Tabeta. Let's stretch that out. There we go. Okay. There we go. And we'll do this quick little shortcut here. Bam. Okay. There we are. Want to make sure that we got plenty of space here. All right. So, tabete, you subtract te, then you add ta, and you get tabeta. So, how does this look? Here we go. Tabete. Oh. English. Thank you. Here's tabete. Okay, we subtract the te, replace it with ta, and we get tabeta. There we go, tabeta. Okay. Okay. Now, da, in this instance here, we're going to use yomu, which is yonda. So, yonda, hold it. So we're going to use yonda for this example. Here's yonde. Okay, we're going to start with yonde. All right. Let's subtract that. I'm going to subtract de. Okay. Then we're going to add da. And it becomes yonda. There we go. And there's da. Okay. So that's what starts happening to the whole thing. Becomes yonda. Okay. Let's just do that. Okay. So this is that's for the English readers. What's going on here? Okay. We have yonda. Oh. Okay. Da. Sorry, yonde. Yonde. Then we subtract the day. Then we add the da. And then we get yonda. There we go. Okay. There we are. So yonde to yonda. Simple enough. Just like that. Okay. Now I just need to see something real quick here. There we go, taberu. So let's see. Tabe nakatta. Yomanakatta. Tabe nakatta. Okay, it looks like they all have the same thing, nakatta. I'm just double checking here and make sure I'm looking at this correctly with Jisho. And okay, because now we're doing the negatives. It could be tricky. It could be very tricky. Okay, so because in comparison with u and u verbs, I got the u verb version here, but I didn't have but they didn't show the ru verb, so it seems to be the same thing. Let's see here. Yeah, they're not explaining. Therefore, for all categories, you can place the last night with nakata. Okay. Okay. So with past negative, basically, let's see here. Nai conjugates as an e adjective. Therefore, for all categories, you can replace the last nai with nakata. Oh, okay. There we go. There you go. Good old Genki. So, what does that mean? Since the negative form, as we see here, is nai. As you can see, all the negative forms here are nai. Let me underline that so you can see that very clearly. Okay. So what Genki is saying is that these nai, these present negative nai forms here that we see conjugates as an e adjective. Like tanoshi, for example. And what happens, and so what's happening is that because anything that has nai is treated is conjugated as an adjective, then you don't have to do much to change anything. All you're going to be doing is just add kata, nakata, or in this case here, you're gonna keep the na, but you're gonna drop the e and put kata in its place. So how does that look like? Well, we're gonna do both the ru and u verb forms. So here is tabenai. Okay, tabenai. So let me get tabenai. I just noticed that I didn't even. Sorry, I skipped. Well, it's not that I skipped it. I forgot to put them up here. I apologize for that. Here we go. Tabenai. Here's tabenai and kakanai. There we go. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. There we are. Because this is very important. We're gonna take tabenai. Okay. I don't know why tab got spelled out. That's hilarious. Here we go. So here is tabenai. Okay. And we're going to subtract e minus e. Okay. Then we're going to add kata. There's kata. And that becomes tabenakata. Tabenakata. So you keep the na, drop the e, and replace it with kata. And you're gonna do that with not just the ru verbs that have the present negative, but also the u verbs. Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm trying to make some appropriate space here, so that way we can keep everything on one single line. Okay. There we go. And then I stretch that this way. There we go. So that's what there we go. Perfect. Okay. So let's pull this up into English. Okay. So we have tabenai right here. Let me swap this out. Cut and paste. Paste. All right. We don't have to highlight na there. We just want to underline the e, because you're going to drop the e, and then we're going to add kata, and it becomes tabe na kata. There we go. Tabe na kata. All right. And that's it. There we go. So you take tabenai, you drop the e, and replace it with kata, and we get tabe na kata. Just like that. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing here. We got kakanai. This is the u verb, kakanai. Okay. Here we go. Shortcuts. Okay. There we go. Oh, actually, I can just do this here. Okay. Oh, they use yomanakata. Interesting. Yomu. You know what? Should I use you know what? I should use that. Yomi I should use yomu. Especially since it's right here. Yeah, okay. So well no, because I got kakanai there. Yeah, kakanai. Okay. We drop the E and it becomes kakanakata. Okay. No, I had it right. Although this one is will feel a little wordy there. Kakanakata. But don't worry, once we start going through the verbs, everything will be clear. So kakanai, you drop the E, you add in kata, and you get kakanakata. Kakanakata. So this is what it'll look like for those of you in English, wondering what's going on here. There we go. Let's set that up. Here is kakanai. Okay, here's kakanai. You drop the E, you add the kata, and you get kakanakata. There we go. Kakanakata. Oh, let's get this out of the way. There we go. Okay. So that was simple enough, at least for past negatives. You know, you just drop in the E in nai and replacing it with kata. So you get nakata. That's it. So, alright. So there we go. We got our references. That's our recap with the short forms. So, with root verbs and u verbs. Short form, present negative, as you can see, it's a lot, as opposed to the short form past, which is not a lot. I'm surprised though. I would assume, since this is all the same, this would have the same rules. Short form past negative, it would be shinakata, konakata, and nakata. So basically, that's the formal. That is the formal rule with short form past negative. You just take the E and nai, all of those, and replace it with kata. Simple enough. You know, shinakata, konakata, nakata, kakanakata, nakata, yomanakata, tabanakata. So there we go. So we're off to a good start. We got the references all set. And next show, next up, for the next show, we're gonna go through all of Genki 1 and Genki 2's vocabulary list, the entire list, and we're going to turn them into all the forms we see here. We're going to turn them into their short form present negative, short form past, and short form past negative, and get the informal, as they call it, informal verbs drilled into the head. Alright. 皆さん、どうぞコメント、like、サブスクライブをください。はい。ありがとうございます。よし、皆さん。Everybody, that's it. Thank you all for joining me. 皆さん、お疲れ様でした。はい。皆さん、good night, buenas noches, and おやすみなさい。